Also, you can type hi YouTube because we're recording all of this. Can you guys see my cursor? Hi YouTube. Hi. Okay, so um I put together like get to know me slides, and we're just gonna go through all of them. So my name is Lucina, but my real name is Lucy. Close enough. My birthday is December 16th, and I'm currently 20. My height, I'm 5 nothing. I'm a really short person. Um, my MBTI is INFP. I thought that'd be something fun to include. And I grew up, I was born and raised in the Bay Area all of my life. I'm currently a college student, so um, I'm working on a PharmD, and it's a 5 to 6 year program, and my expected graduation is 2029 spring, but I currently don't know if it's going to be 29 or 2030, so that's, we don't know that yet. And then, I've been doing social media for a long time, even before this. I had several, well, I had a makeup account. I started my senior year of high school, and it was just an Instagram account where I recorded like aesthetic makeup videos. It was a faceless account because I was very shy back then, and I just, I never expected anything out of it. But for half a year, I've probably been posting like 3 times a day, and um, one of the videos blew up to 26 million viewers, and I got a lot of opportunities from that. I got to work with companies like Walmart, Costco. If you're into like K beauty and skincare, then I've worked with like over 30 Korean companies to promote their products. And so that's how I kind of started getting into social media. And as I got more comfortable, I did open a personal account on TikTok and Instagram. And now this is my VTuber debut. So we're trying a lot of different things, but where it all started was senior year of high school. Some of my favorite things. So these aren't in order. They're just random things I thought to include, but I really like eating seafood. I like eating sushi. I like eating, I don't know, seafood boil, sashimi. I don't think I could ever get tired of eating fish. This is like, I could eat the ocean if I could. My favorite dessert is daifuku, which is basically just like fruit stuffed into mochi. I think I like a lot of like chewy or rice based desserts. I don't have a big sugar tooth, but yeah, that is my favorite dessert. My current favorite color is dark red. For a long time, I liked all pastel colors, and I realized that pastels just don't look good on me in real life. And so I switched over to like liking um, darker colors. And I see that dark red, for me, I don't see it often in like a lot of things. So when I do see that color, I think I appreciate it more. Um, I have a stuffed animal shrimp collection. It's from this series called Sumiko Garashi, and I've been collecting it since I was in middle school. The story behind it is that I used to go to a tutoring center called Kumon, and I was a student there, and I absolutely hated it. It was like a lot of like mental. It was not good after school. But I had a favorite tutor there. Her name was Mimi, and she was in college at the time. So Mimi, I would always sit at her table, um, and I grew this really close bond to her. Um, Within, I think I was there for 3 to 4 years, and she graduated from college, and like the last thing she gave me before she quit her job and then graduated to move on to a real job was one of these shrimps, like a shrimp stuffed animal. And she knew I liked Sumiko Garashi at the time, but I didn't particularly like this character. So it wasn't until she gave me this first one is when like I just started collecting a lot. And also, this isn't my image. I just pulled it off of social media. I hope my collection grows to be this big at some point. I like watching scary movies, and I think this is rooted from just my mom watching a lot of scary movies as a kid. Um, like when I was younger, she would already like expose that to me, and I don't think I get like jump scared or anything. I think it's just like pretty enjoyable to watch. And that also applies to like action movies. I like watching those too. I think there's a difference between scary and like disgusting though. Like I feel like there's some like movies with like monsters and it's kind of like gross. What's my favorite scary movie? There's this series. It's like called The Nun, and I've been really into that series. I think they released a movie last year. I could be wrong, but that's the current series I was into. My favorite season is winter. I really like cold weather. Um, I hope to live in like somewhere that it snows. I've never seen it snow before, so I think I want to move to a place with a cold climate. And then my favorite holiday is Christmas. I I come from a big family, and Christmas has always been a very big event. It's where like literally everyone in the family. I have like over 20 cousins on my dad's side, 7 cousins on my mom's side, and then like all the friends of aunties and uncles would be invited to this one big Christmas party. And I remember like we'd have we'd always have a really big Christmas tree, and the amount of presents, because we do a gift exchange between the kids every year, the amount of presents would be like overflowing from the tree, and it honestly overflowed a room we'd have the tree in. Okay, during my time streaming, um, I hope to meet new friends through streaming. I think I already met that. I opened a lot of like doors for myself through content creation in general. But through Twitch, I hope to, meet more kind people. Um, the next one, I hope to travel to new places. I hope that, through the doors that content creation opens, I hope I'm given the opportunity to travel to different countries. Um, I think open new opportunities, I just said. I have to try new foods. I I definitely am a foodie, and I really like eating like other cultures' foods. So during my travels, like that's like probably the main thing I want to do is to try different foods and then play new games. So I'm currently recording on a laptop, a hand-me-down laptop, and I'm surprised that I could even, run the stream. But hopefully, if I save enough money, we can run even more games. And specifically, I really want to play like scary horror games. I don't know if I can like tolerate that. I've never tried. So, yeah, very open to scary games. And then I hope to improve my mental health through streaming. I think, um, especially this year and last year, my mental health has been like kind of a roller coaster. And, I get like good vibes from streaming. I think everyone who passes my stream, they're like, I've only encountered kind people so far. And so that's why I keep coming back. And so hopefully, it's no longer a roller coaster and I, only go up from here with my mental health. And then the last one is to get invited to an event as a creator. So events like TwitchCon, I don't know all the anime conventions, but I would love to get invited there and to, meet people in real life and to meet other creators in real life. Okay, some goals that I have from streaming or content creation in general. The main one is to pay college tuition. I am in I'm basically underwater right now with my college tuition. Professional degrees aren't cheap, especially pharmacy school or medical school. And I have to pull a really big loan. And you know, the rest of the bullet points that I'll mention, the the loan that I'm pulling out is really hindering like everything else that I want to do. And for a long time, that made me feel really bad. And, one of my first milestones is a silver play button. I think that's very doable. And I think that's the first, you know, thing I want to achieve, especially through VTubing. I feel like it'd be so cool to get a silver play button um, through gaming. The next one, so later down the road, I really want to start a makeup brand, and that's one of the big reasons why um, I decided to pursue a PharmD in the first place. So a PharmD pharmacists help people with their medication, and they help educate people with that. But I was really into cosmetics in high school, and I'm still into cosmetics right now. So, once we get the college tuition paid off, this is like my big project. Like I, I I would even go as far to say that I would give up like Twitch streaming and TikTok just to like start makeup brand, because that's like where I was shooting for my career in the first place. So if I never go big, like I would still do the makeup brand, because for a long time I've had like an issue resonating being a traditional pharmacist. And so I hope to kind of integrate the beauty industry into my career. Okay, next goal is to be overall healthier. This includes mental health and physical health. I know, um, streaming is not gonna really help that, especially if like I'm just sitting all day kind of talking to chat. But I hope like during my time off stream that I get, more physically fit. That's just a general like goal I have. Buy a big house and have multiple houses. So the area that I live in, um, the Bay Area is really big, okay, and there's all sorts of communities. Whenever I'm driving through these communities with like huge houses, like I really like them. I really like looking at them. And I've always, you know, wanted to have my own house since I was super young. And I don't know why, but yeah, hopefully I can afford the Bay Area once I start working, and I get to own a house here. Um Next goal is that I eventually do want to get married. I think marriage is such a beautiful thing, and that's just like, something I'm aiming for. Not to rush into, but I just think it's a beautiful thing. Um, and then, so next point is to set myself free. For a long time, especially in middle school and high school, I've struggled with depression, and honestly, I still do. And the reason for it, there's a lot of reasons, and I feel like things have really stacked up on me. But I think, because I highlighted pay college tuition, a big factor in setting myself free is to be financially free. Then I feel like I would suddenly have more choices on what I wanted to do in life. And then last point is to have more clarity with my career. As I said before, I feel like I, don't super resonate with being a traditional pharmacist. And I, it's a very broad field. Like, you typically see pharmacists in the hospital or in outpatient pharmacies like CVS, Walgreens. And I don't know for sure because I haven't been on rotations yet. So maybe I would have a change of heart by then. But even going into pharmacy school and, seeing that like environment of an outpatient pharmacy, I really didn't resonate with it. And I wanted to explore different environments that I could possibly be in. And so during my time in college, like I would talk to alumni pharmacy professors like, oh, hey, like how did you how was pharmacy school for you? Like, what did you do on your rotations? And I still ask these questions even now. Okay, content you'll see from me. Obviously, games. We've been playing a lot of Wordle and Lottle and SpongeDoll, so online games on TikTok Live. But hopefully, we can add other games. Like, oh, you've seen me play League, but we haven't played Roblox. I haven't bought Tomodachi Life yet. And we haven't tested how horror games work. So I want to play all that with you. And then talking to chat. You've seen this already on TikTok Live, but I'm happy to give, my life updates, any questions you have, and relationship advice. Something we haven't tried is reaction content. So we haven't actually watched anything together. I know the World Cup is coming soon this summer. So I don't know, maybe we'll be watching soccer with my VTuber model. Story times. You get a lot of story times from me. I feel like that's how people kind of remember me. I just give a lot of life lore, and people stay to listen. And when I think about it, I'm sure there's a lot more stories I haven't told you. And then lastly, short form content. So whatever funny clips we have, I will be posting them on TikTok, YouTube, and Instagram. Okay. What I hope to give. So I hope I'm entertaining to you. I hope that that's the goal, right? Because it's like watching TV. I hope this is entertaining to you. I hope that we have fun memories together. I feel like, I try my best to remember everyone from chat, and I genuinely, have fun talking to people. And yeah, I hope to help anyone the best I can. I know sometimes people in my stream, they come to me a little bit distressed. And to that, you know, if we ever go bigger and there's 100 people in stream, there's 1,000 people in stream, I want you guys to realize in chat that you should be safe on the internet. And even though I care about you, there's also 100 people watching. There's also 1,000 other people watching potentially that also will see your personal information if you choose to share that in chat. And so I hope you can be internet safe when sharing things. And if you do decide to trauma dump, then there could be some risk there, right? Even now in a small stream. I hope to give creative inspiration. I have met only a few other creators through content creation and live streaming, and I have met some other UGC creators that ask me for advice on how to grow bigger. And so I hope when you watch my content that you kind of get inspired too. I feel like I'm kind of all over the place with what I do, but so far it's been pretty enjoyable, so that's okay. Okay, life advice. I think that ties into helping anyone. I think you should be careful what you share on the internet, but I'm happy to give any advice from my experience and share it with anyone to the best of my ability. And lastly, a welcoming community. So far off of TikTok Live, I've, the people that pass by, they're mostly nice people. And hopefully, when you join my stream to watch, that you view it as like a non-negative place and kind of like entertainment and almost comforting space. Okay, that was all of my slides, and so we're gonna go show the VTuber model now. I think a pink background doesn't do it well, so we're gonna do it on a black background. Also, TikTok can't see it. I feel bad for TikTok. It's okay. You guys want a black background? You probably could see that better. Let me switch it. Okay, it's a little zoomed out. It's fine. So this is my VTuber model, and it is it's a pre-made, so I bought it off of an artist online. This is, I think it's a really pretty model. I think it's really well made for the price that I paid for it, and technically anyone could buy the license. And also, I have to say that like I don't own this model. Like, it's by the artist that made it, and so it's just a tool that I'm using for streaming. When I bought this model, she got a lot on her. She had a lot on her that I took off, but TikTok Live ended. Oh. Okay, I'll restart it. I'm so sorry. I don't know how that happened. Yeah. Really pretty model. Let me show you some of the toggles if I can. I know, the model got assets. Yeah. And I'll say the tracking. Okay, I don't have like, I know some VTubers, they use like a whole iPhone for very precise tracking. We are not using that. I think this is enough, and I don't think I can invest my whole phone on top of what my laptop's running to just do the tracking. So I think the webcam is like sufficient. Okay, we're gonna show you the toggles. If I can figure them out. So this is toggle number 1. All right. This is toggle 2. This is toggle 3. This is toggle 4. This is really impressive, by the way. Because there's no way I could afford a custom model. I think that goes like upwards to like what, $1,000. We paid, I think, around $50 for everything. So this is like really impressive, right? There's a crying toggle. There's a mic. I don't sing though. We have eye change. We have an option to take off the shoes and stockings. I don't think I want to feed that to chat. I think we're good. We have this. I don't know what you would call that. It's like a heart. What is this? We have ears. And we have a hair clip. Oh, and we have an animation too. Watch. I don't know, it's so well made. They did such a good job. We can drink tea while talking about tea. Isn't that funny? Yeah, that's all the toggles, and the model came with 6 different outfits. So that's pretty good. Yeah. Let me change the thing back to screen share. But that, that was pretty good for yeah, 6 fits. I think personally that the default one is the best one, but I don't think I know how to upload those fits right now. So hopefully, in a future Twitch stream, you'll just be surprised with a new outfit. Okay, let's like move her down. We don't need to see all that. Okay, that's the end of my slideshow. Thank you for sitting with me and listening to a little bit about my life. I hope that, we have a lot of fun doing streaming. I know that there's definitely gonna be like an end to this eventually. Things don't last forever, but I'm gonna have a lot of fun with everyone, whether I'm a VTuber or not, whether I stop content creation or not. I still remember everyone, and when I look back to it, and I look back to even like where I started in high school, like I have good memories, and like only good things came from this, I feel like. Okay, so yay, thank you.